but came across some interesting articles today that I think we need to take a look at. Came across some interesting articles today that
work
I
on
think
sharing.
we need to take a look at.
an easy way.
Came across some interesting articles today that I
work
think
on
sharing to take a look at.
an easy way.
Came across some interesting articles today that I think sharing to take a look at.
The cheats to
An easy way.
some of the stuff
Came
I've
across some interesting articles today that I think sharing to take a look at. An easy way.
some of the stuff
Came across some interesting articles today that I think sharing to take a look at. An easy way.
Well, I'm scrolling through the window now, just so I can get an idea of what's going on. Okay. Okay. I was wondering if there was something I was going to be able to do or not. Okay, so this is what's got me all jazzed. So we all remember this claim here. Social media giants removal, they removed the viral video with false coronavirus claims that Trump retweeted, but it was referring to the video that the group of doctors who were making false and dubious claims. If you remember, Dr. Simone Gold was one of the main speakers throughout all this. And I do believe it was the Capitol steps that she grabbed her megaphone on and was hollering things. But the video, published by the right-wing media outlet Breitbart News, featured a group of people wearing white lab coats calling themselves America's Frontline Doctors, staging a press conference in front of the U.S. Supreme Court in Washington, D.C. So they were in the Capitol. Look what popped out today. This is the insane right-wing radical crap and who they're responsible, who's responsible for storming the Capitol. She was one of them, Dr. Simone Gold. Controversial, and this is facts, she has admitted to this. Controversial physician joined in storming the Capitol. The founder of America's Frontline Doctors, the physician group notorious for spreading misinformation about COVID-19, confirmed that she participated in the riot on Capitol Hill this week. Simone Gold, a California doctor who has touted the benefits of hydroxychloroquine and raised unfounded concerns about the COVID-19 vaccines, admitted to the Washington Post that she joined the mob that stormed the Capitol last Wednesday. Gold was initially identified via social media after the FBI posted wanted images of rioters who breached the Capitol. Gold was seen in photograph number 21 holding a megaphone. A video of Gold making a speech to insurrectionists inside the federal building has also circulated online. So those are your insurrectionists, the very few people who were actually running around inside the federal building. Not everybody who is being doxxed and having the FBI called on them for having a picture taken on the front lawn. That doesn't warrant the FBI being called, or somebody being harassed numerous times or confined to their home or told not to leave town because they went to the Capitol to protest. This is ridiculous. Gold confirmed to the Post that it was indeed her in the image and the video. She added that she followed a crowd inside the building and assumed it was legal to do so. She did not respond to a request for comment from MidPage Today. America's Frontline Doctors made headlines this summer when several of its physician members held a rally in front of the Supreme Court this summer, spreading misinformation about hydroxychloroquine, protesting lockdown restrictions, and questioning the effectiveness of masking. So now this right-wing group is now agreeing with Governor Cuomo. Let's just do a little bit of Googling here. right here. Governor Cuomo's tone shifts after months of coronavirus restrictions. So now he is actually calling for, we simply cannot stay closed, right here, until the vaccine hits critical mass. The cost is too high, Cuomo said in his address. We must reopen the economy, but we must do it smartly and safely. So now all of the left-wing insanity that we have been dealing with about needing lockdowns and all this, now they're beginning to backtrack and they're flipping to the right-wing platform. Interesting. That was the other one. This is the one where we were at. Protesting lockdown restrictions and questioning the effectiveness of masking. Since then, the group has attempted to incite public fear about the COVID-19 vaccine. Following last week's deadly insurrection on Capitol Hill, and once again, only 2 people directly died from the violence related to the shooting. And then the officer, who was a very vigorous Trump supporter and even called for reform in all these areas, so he kind of died doing what he stood for. They're not telling you that either. But the other 3 were just incidental medical incidents that happened that have no direct reflection or bearing or proof that the violence that was there that day is what caused their death. So there was 2 deaths compared to 80 something this summer from the protests, but we won't talk about those numbers either. Let's see here. In which a mob of Trump supporters stormed the Capitol building. No, a mob of radical right-wing extremists stormed the building, not just Trump supporters. Right-wing extremists. Let's call a spade a spade. In an attempt to disrupt the 2020 election certification results, 13 people are accused of federal crimes and 40 face local charges, of like the million people that were there. 13 federal crimes and 40 face local charges. Seems like a real riot. According to a DOJ press release, the department did not respond to a query about whether Gold has been charged. Gold spoke at rallies leading up to the storming of the Capitol, inciting fear about the vaccine and claiming COVID-19 to be non-lethal. She stated that people must not comply with taking an experimental biological agent deceptively named a vaccine. I urge you to mark this day, this moment, as the united return of our nation to the eternal fight for freedom, a commitment to integrity, a resolve to seek the truth in all arenas and to always act upon it. Okay, well, inciting fear and prompting people to react upon your emotions and behave in this manner probably didn't help matters, because Trump certainly didn't say to go start this shit. In the days leading up to the riot, Gold openly shared her plans to attend Wednesday's events on social media. I will be speaking at the Stop the Steal rally in D.C. on January 6th, she stated in an Instagram post written on December 28th. Learn the facts. You need to fight for freedom. Let me see if I even have this public. I did not have it public. I changed it. I was wondering where everybody was at. It will be back open for everybody to go back over. But what this is the Dr. Simone Gold from this lovely... this was back in July when they got up there and they were claiming that the hydroxychloroquine was, and then the Dr. Stella Emanuel. And what I didn't tell you folks is that people are possibly going to have their medical licenses sanctioned in Texas for this behavior. There has been information going around about that. So we have that as well. But this doctor is now responsible for helping to storm the Capitol. So this is the extremism that we are dealing with. these are the individuals involved as radicals who jump up and claim that drugs that are supposed to work or being claimed to work don't, making extravagant statements on the Supreme Court steps, and now she's storming the Capitol. So her credibility just went down the shitter. She knew she shouldn't be in that building. They were told, Michael clearly stated in his videos that they were warning everybody, don't touch, don't go in, don't break the rules. And yet they were still being broken. So that is kind of what I am looking at right now. Okay, so now it's showing viewers. Yeah, my stupid ass didn't mark it as not for me only when I released the stream. So you can go back over and look at it. It's not going to be a very long one. I just wanted to bring this to you quietly with my cup of coffee before the 4th grade student terrorist gets his ass out of bed and tells me he wasn't taught how to do division one more time. I sent his teacher a note last night. Yeah. We'll see how well that works for him today. So I have to get his little butt out of bed here soon. I don't want him to spend too much time in there and be groggy for the teacher, but yeah, I'm going to go to bed and hopefully get up and do my other live that I've been looking forward to doing because it took me all night to straighten all this shit out. But as you can see, I'm learning things. I'm learning. So there's that. But yeah, Dr. Simone Gold,
Mark it
she
is not for me only
with
when I release the
fears
stream.
over
Saying all
facts,
this shit
and
out.
she
But
was also involved
as you can
with
see, I'm learning
jumping into the
things.
federal building
I'm learning.
chaos.
So there's
Interesting
that.
stuff. All right, guys, you have a good morning.
But
and
yeah,
I'll catch you
Dr.
in the
Simone
comments.
Gold, Mark it is.